Hi there, it's Jenna from the Edmonton Public Library's Makerspace again, and since we're all still stuck inside, we're going to continue learning some Tinkercad basics. So today we're going to touch on the Scribble feature. The Scribble allows you to draw your own shapes, so you can move outside of Tinkercad's basic geometric shapes. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on the Scribble, and that's going to bring it into our work plane. Click down, and you'll be brought into the Scribble work plane. So that'll automatically start you up with this little draw tool, which you can use to make lines, draw little things. See if I want to draw a hat here. I'll just draw that in. I can click and drag my mouse to fill in. Maybe if I want to make it bigger, click up here. And then down at the bottom, you'll see we have some other tools. So we have an eraser tool, where if I decide I didn't want this to be a tall hat, I can do this. As you can see, that kind of has made a bit of a straighter, sharper edge here, which we'll get into in a little bit. We also have the blobbing draw shape, so you can zoop this around and it will fill in and make a solid object from whatever your dotted line drew. We have the same thing for the eraser. I like using this tool to erase large chunks. And then down here, we've got an undo button and a redo button. And then up in the top corner, we have a preview of the object that you've made. If you want to completely delete everything, there's a clear button down here, bottom left. And if you're done, you can click done, and there is your little scribble shape. This functions as an object, so you can now adjust its size with the white tabs or the black side tabs, rotate, attach, all of the same as any of the Tinkercad objects. Once you've made your design, if you feel the need to change it up, once you've selected the object, you can go ahead and click Edit Scribble. It'll bring you back into the Scribble work plane. Now, all scribbles start at 10 millimeters. That is their default. You can change that as well. The thing about scribbles is they are a little bit round and a little bit thick. As you can see, the difference between my drawn hat bottom and the sharp hat top. So it can be a little bit difficult to create what exactly you want to draw when all you've got is an unchangeable round tool. So we're going to go over a couple tricks for drawing something that you want rather than just a round blobby shape. So first of all, let's say you want to draw a dinosaur. If I draw some teeth, they're not really that sharp. They're not real carnivore teeth. They're kind of round. And I want to draw some nice sharp dinosaur teeth. So I'm going to draw my teeth. And then I'm going to come in with the eraser tool. And I'm just going to shave off a little bit of the edge here and create a sharp, jagged dinosaur tooth. Something a little more intimidating carnivore rather than gumming herbivore. So that's a fun editing trick. If you want to draw something with a lot of detail and you're finding it's not fitting on the limited Scribble work plane, you can draw it in halves. So if I want to draw a big dinosaur here and I'm finding I can't get the space to draw his feet because I've made his head too big, I can draw half of my dinosaur, click done, and then I'm going to make another scribble and then draw the bottom of my dinosaur. Not the best work here. Click done, and then we can attach our two objects, making sure that you note how wide you made it so they can line up. Another fun trick is, okay, so you've drawn your dinosaur, but now you really don't want to fill this all in with your drawing tool. It's going to take a long time to color it in. You got to make sure there's no gaps, otherwise you won't have a solid object. You can click the big old wiggly shape, and then use that to fill in your shape by kind of tracing along the lines that you've drawn with the draw shape. There you go, and that's way faster. So a lot of this is just trial and error. Your first dinosaur is not going to be the scariest dinosaur. It might be the cutest dinosaur, though. All Tinkercad dinosaurs are by default very cute dinosaurs. And then you're going to want to remember to keep your 3D printing principles in mind. However, the Scribble feature does automatically make a shape that lies flat. Therefore, it is impossible for you to draw any overhangs or 45-degree angles. But if you get into a little more complex things where you're putting scribbles on top of scribbles, then you need to keep that in mind. But that is the basics of how to make a scribble. So go forth and make some really cool objects for us to print once we reopen our printing service, and have fun staying inside and modeling some cool new things.